guys, so since my last video, I think that a lot of people want to see more of a full face. So now that my child is actually sleeping and hopefully doesn't wake up, then I think we can do this. So let's get started. I'm going to be using, this is a Smashbox Photo Finish Radiance Primer. I like this one because I'm a little bit more dry skin type. So I feel like with this one, it's going to give me more of that inner glow that I want. Again, you guys can totally put on primer with your fingers, but I like just to put it on with a brush. I feel like I could get a more even layer that way. And primer really does prolong your wear. So if people are like, how do you keep your makeup on all day? And I'm like, typically I'm wearing primer almost every single day. So that's definitely going to help keep everything on. Okay, now that we are blended, I'm going to go a little bit darker with my foundation. As you guys can see, I went dark again. I feel like a ghost. And just to warm things up, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever. This is number 123. I like this one because I'm really olive and I feel like nothing ever matches. It's either too yellow or I look orange or it oxidizes weird. So this one I feel like has a really good undertone to it to give you a little bit more of a warmth and you don't look weird. So it's going to blend. Sometimes I skip my forehead because your foundation should match equally to your like whole face. So I'll just kind of brush over it, but I don't necessarily put like product there. I see a lot of people putting it there. It's fine, but most of us make expressions all the time, and especially with me, I always raise my eyebrows, so I feel like I get the lines right here, and my makeup just settles there. So if you feel like you don't have any blemishes on your forehead or anything like that, you could totally just do a quick swipe over the forehead and it should give you enough coverage there. I don't think you really need to put a lot of product there. Okay, next I am going to fill in my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the brow definer from Anastasia. This is medium brown. Sometimes if I'm, going out and I really want my eyebrows to pop, I'll put concealer underneath here. I don't really want to do that right now. I don't need them to look too much, especially with my hair so dark. So I like to start kind of at my arch and just going kind of little strokes, I would say. That way you don't look like you have these big, bushy, dark brows. And then for the front, I like to just go underneath, and then I get the spoolie, which is the other side of this, and I like to just kind of pull the product up. And that way you can get it a little bit more faded in the front. For those of you, again, that don't have a lot of hair on your brow, I would suggest definitely a pencil like this because it's definitely going to give you more definition so you can see the difference. Same thing on the other side. And usually with brow pencils, I would say a lot of times the rule of thumb is anyone with blonde hair, you could go 1 to 2 shades darker, and anyone with blonde hair, 1 to 2 shades darker, and anyone with brown hair or dark hair, you can go 1 to 2 shades lighter. So I think that sometimes we use a little too much or it looks too bold or dramatic. You should just really match your roots. Whatever is coming out, that's what you should kind of try and match best for a brow pencil. Okay, so I don't like to do concealer right away because I am going to do my eyes. So again, I'm not going to do a whole ton of eyeshadow, but I definitely want to put something on my face, or on my eyes, I should say. So I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush like this. This is the Kevyn Acouin. This is the eyeshadow or contour palette, but again, I like to double my bronzers or anything like that as my contour shades. So what I like to do is just grab a fluffy brush like this. This is just like a lighter kind of white color. I'm just going to put this all over. Again, this is going to even out my skin on my eyes. A lot of us have pink or we have some veins that pop through. You can totally put primer on. I'm not saying skip it, but again, I don't have a lot of time, so I try to mash everything into one and kind of sacrifice some products that I know that I can bear without. And then I'm gonna grab this shade right here, and I'm gonna put this in the crease of my eye. This is like always my go-to look because it's super easy, and I feel like it makes you look like you have a lot on, but you don't. So just in my crease. Okay, cool. I'm going to grab the product that I'm going to use for my cheeks. I know that sounds weird, but this is the Becca, I don't know the name, I think it was a limited edition color. It's not, it might be like a rose gold or something like that, but it's super pretty. I always use this as eyeshadow. I love it. My eyes are a little bit more of like a light brown, so I think this makes them pop. So I'm going to just put this on my lid. Even though it doesn't look like a lot, it's just giving me a little bit of shimmer in a different color. So you guys can see. Cool. Okay, next I'm going to do eyeliner. I am a wing liner freak. I'm obsessed. I gave birth with a wing liner on because I need it. I feel like it completes me. So that's what I'm going to do. This one is the Sephora collection. Colorful eyeliner waterproof liner. So it comes like this where it dips. There's 1,000 of these out there. I love the NYX one. You do have to have kind of a steady hand for this. One of my other all-time favorites is the Kat Von D ink liner. That one's awesome. So I just haven't had a chance to replenish. So I love this one. I think it's only like 12 bucks. So super friendly for your pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the outer corner of my eye. With eyeliner, you want to kind of line it up for the bottom lash line. Not every eye shape can do this. There are ways to kind of maneuver around it. I have a lot of lid space, so I feel like I can totally make it bigger. But because I feel like my eyes are so big, I kind of want to make them appear smaller. So I like to make it thicker on the outer edge. So what I'm going to do is, I can't really see, so hopefully this is okay. And eyeliner should never, never pass your eyebrow right here. I think I made a little mark. So I'm just going to clean it up. If you ever get product or eyeliner on the top on your lid, you can grab some eye primer and just pull it with a Q-tip and it'll take it right off without ruining anything. So I like to go on the outer corner of my eye. You can go fully in. I don't do that, but do whatever makes you happy. I don't even know if those are even because I can't really see, but I think it should be okay. So I like to go inwards with the eyeliner because you have more control. If you go outwards, as we can see, sometimes we get the lopsided brows. We get one that's up and the other one that's down. We get one thicker, thinner. So if you go inward, you're going to get a little bit better of a small little cat eye, whereas instead of getting like this big old wing, which you can totally do, but again, I don't usually do too dramatic unless I have a lot of eyeshadow on. Next, I'm going to do mascara. This is one of my ultimate favorites. It's the Velvet Noir from Marc Jacobs. Kind of looks like the Better Than Sex from Too Faced, the wand at least. It has more of an hourglass shape, but I feel like it gives me a lot of fullness. And you can totally put eyeliner on the bottom lash line. Again, I don't usually do that. I don't like how it looks on my eye, but that's what you would do if you wanted to make this look a little bit more dramatic. Next, I'm going to do concealer. So I like a dense brush to kind of blend back with my Shape Tape. This is Light Medium Honey. So now that our foundation is set, I can see that it didn't change any weird color. So I know that it matches. That's why I like to do it first, so I can tell if it matches or not. And if it doesn't, then I know kind of how light I need to go with concealer. So with the Shade Tape, I'm going to go here on my nose, above my lip, and on my chin. Wherever you put highlight, it's going to brighten or lighten or appear, I guess, more defined. And wherever you contour or put any sort of bronzer, it's going to kind of smooth you out, kind of, again, make you appear thinner. Your cheeks, define your cheekbones a little bit more too. So I'm just blending this. Again, patting motion is going to give you more coverage and not waste your product. A lot of people ask me if I like beauty blenders, and I do, but I feel like, you know, they take a lot of work. I don't do my makeup by a sink, so I gotta like walk and go wet it, and just I feel like it's kind of annoying. So sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I love it when I do use it, and I'm always like, oh, I should probably use this more often. So we are blended. Cool. I'm gonna set this just so that I don't start moving anything. You could grab a foundation that's lighter than your skin tone. You can grab a setting powder. Some people like to bake under the eye. If you're gonna be taking a lot of pictures, that's fine. But again, I'm just probably going out for dinner. I don't really think I need to do that. So I'm just gonna grab a foundation that is a little bit lighter. This one is from Laura Mercier. It is the Candle Glow. Again, I'm more dry. I like to look more glowy. So this one is number 2. There is a number 1. I think that a lot of people like that one. But again, I typically a little bit darker, so I like to go a little bit warmer with this. So I'm just going to set it under my eye. And anywhere I put the concealer. I'm going to go in with bronzer. This bronzer is the Butter Bronze. If you guys don't have it, it's amazing. It smells like coconuts. I'm obsessed. So if you don't have it, go get it. It's not really dark, which I like, but you can build on it for sure. Oh my gosh, I feel so white with this dark hair. I can't. So we're going to put a lot of bronzer. Bronzer does not go all over the face. Although we feel like we want to do that all the time, it does not go everywhere. You kind of have to make a motion. People say to do the 3. I guess that kind of works. But I just define wherever I feel like I need to. Underneath my neck, for the love of God, please blend so we don't look orange, people. And I don't like my nose, so we're going to contour that. And again, this is kind of like not full on going as far as full out. I'm just kind of cheating with brushing it underneath. And then this is back to this product that I used before. This was that Becca blush that I said, I think it's the rose gold. I'm almost positive. I'll figure out the name. But it's really pigmented, really dark. Be careful if you do have it, if you use it. It's a lot. So because my bronzer isn't that dark, this will be okay. So I'm just gonna put this on my cheeks, make sure that I don't have too much on, and it has a perfect amount of shimmer, which I love. And to make it appear a little bit more natural, you can just hit your temples if you want. I am going to go in with highlighter. This is the Anastasia Rivera Illuminator. A little bit darker. Good for summer for sure. Great as a eyeshadow. Here we go. So I'll put a little bit on the tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, above my lip. If you're oily, don't feel the need to always use too much highlighter. I feel like there's a highlighter craze. If you're oily and you don't like the look, I know that people are going to kill me for saying this, but I'm so jealous of people who are really oily because you just get that like beautiful shine. I love it. And I know they're like, what? No, it's gross. But I just feel like it looks like so healthy and beautiful. So last but not least, I'm going to do my lips. This is the Kokie Professional. I got this at Walmart. I think it was like $6. It's called Dusty Rose. 522 is the number. I get asked if I have lip injections all the time. Girl, no. I use lip liner. So you want to overline but not get crazy. So I'm just going to start in the corner. And you want to go a little bit darker. I like neutral colors just so that way it looks more like my lip. So if you want to make your lips appear bigger, you want to start from the outer corner and go up. If you want them to be smaller, or if somebody has too big of an upper lip, you can go from your Cupid's bow down. So I'm going to go up. And slightly go over. So you can see it kind of defines it. And then I'm going to use this. This is from Hard Candy. It's Velvet Mousse. Color is Sweet Pea. It's a really pretty light pink. I think this is a pretty wedding color. For some brides if you want a little bit of brightness. So because I have the dimension of the liner, that's what's making me look like I have a bigger lip. This dries a little bit matte, so I'm just going to apply something glossy. This is Marc Jacobs Love Buzz. These are really pretty. I think they're still around. I'm just going to pop this in the center. It smells like mint. And this is going to make your lip look larger as well. So there's that. I'm going to set my look with the Hangover 3-in-1 spray. I like to spray it out first so that I'm not making anything look crazy. With this, you want to extend your arm, bend, and spray. I think my eyeliner is straight. Thanks, guys.